Oh, I'm so happy. I really, really am. Absolutely over the moon just to see the response from the team. Knowing how difficult today really was, it was so tough. For the first race, was not I was not expecting that we'd be in that position, be able to keep up with them in the first stint and stuff. So I was really grateful for it.
It's what it is. But in a way, I mean, of course, I'm disappointed about today. But last year we would be super happy with a race like this. So it also shows how much we have grown, and I think it's still a positive start to the season, and it's still a long season ahead.
My feeling was we were more passive than aggressive today, for me, which is the opposite that we should have been. But yeah, we'll have a look if there was something we could have done better.
I think we had good pace, to be honest. The car was nice. I was maintaining a good gap, but I also had to get past Daniel, past Pierre, past Charles. So it wasn't easy, but I fought hard in the beginning to try and get track position, and then I could maintain the tyres and keep them in a good condition. So I'm happy. A good start to the season.
We can see that things are coming, are clicking. Everything is clicking better. Everything was feeling better out there in the race, so I'm pleased with that.
Yeah, it's been a good race overall. I mean, we were lacking a little bit of pace in general compared to Lando, but otherwise it's been quite a good race. So and especially a good progress compared to last year, which is what I want to keep in mind for this race. Surely it's only a sixth place, but compared to last year, it's a good result. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to the next races now.
I struggled quite a bit in the race actually. I couldn't really extract the pace from the car, and when I did, I could do it for 1 or 2 laps, and then it would quickly drop off again, and I struggled then with the tyres and the balance. So yeah, I just didn't feel like I had a good race performance, race package.
I had a very strong end to the race. I was very quick on the medium and the hard tires, and yeah, I had a poor start, basically due to a couple of mistakes, but also me consciously taking it maybe a bit too easy in lap 1, just wanting to make sure I went through that lap 1.
I'm glad to get a points, but I lose quite a lot of position in the first lap. That was my big mistakes today, and have to recover from there.
First half of the race a little bit more difficult, and the last stint on the hard tires we just didn't have pace. So yeah, got a lot of things to look into after this weekend.
Yeah, but it's obviously disappointing to get that close and not score any points. I think generally it wasn't bad, but I think we need to be a bit faster because we had to look after the tires quite a bit, and then I think the cars that are in front of us, they're a bit better, so they can push a bit harder.
Today was not enough our pace to finish on the top 10. AlphaTauri was faster than us. So yeah, I think our potential was to be really close to top 10, but not enough to go inside.
Yeah, I think we really showed a good fighting spirit this race. I mean, most of the race we were fighting. There was a lot of will-to-will fights with Yuki, with Antonio, with Seb. Obviously with Seb it didn't end up well. We were out of the points. Seb came and apologized, so it can happen.
It was nice to be racing. Had a good little tussle at the beginning. Made a few places, lost a few places. Forgot how tricky it was in that battle with all the cars surrounded. But I thought it was a very well executed race. The first stint was tricky, but second and third stint was as good as can be, and the pace, I think our relative pace was actually pretty strong.
Obviously we had a good first lap, but then decided to do something different with strategy. I don't think it paid off in the end, but we had to try.
In all, I felt like I've learned a lot, and I'm able to kind of convert that hopefully into something positive in 2 weeks.
Yeah, obviously very disappointed right now because we have had a very strong weekend since we arrived, and starting on P5 I was hoping for some good points today, and then it was pretty much over after the contact with Daniel on lap 1.
Straight away from the first laps, even on the left of the grid, I felt we were getting some quite big oscillations in the engine on power, and it seemed like we had a suspected boost leak, which is why we had to retire in the end.
I think the race was fun until that point. The start, the first couple of laps, some battles with my old colleagues, and I did enjoy, but obviously now you are disappointed not to see the checkered flag.
I made a mistake. The tyres were cold, and I got in the curb. Took too much throttle and spun. Totally my mistake. Very sorry for the team because they deserve to do much better than that. So very angry with myself, and very sorry for the team.